Hi, everyone. I wanted to discuss the topic of intuition here and kind of go into a little more depth with it. I believe intuition is something that is a part of each and every one of us. We all can access our intuition. We all have those gut feelings. Not all of us listen to it. Not all of us are in tune with it or aware of our intuitive abilities, but we all have intuition and it can guide us so beautifully. It can tell us not to go to that party. It can tell us to stop, not move forward in the car, even though the light's green, and then all of a sudden a car accident comes. Or it can tell us, sometimes people have this, a thought of their Aunt Nancy and they haven't thought about her in a long time. And then all of a sudden they get a call from her, right after she popped up in their head randomly. There's these little voices, this little thought that pops up in your head where it doesn't make sense. It's not, there's no logical explanation for it, but that it's guiding you. And this is so important, I think, for ourselves and also to share with our children here, is embracing your intuitive side and those feelings that even though they may not make sense, they will guide you and they a lot of times will make sense later on as well. A big thing that you can do to get in better touch with your intuition is clearing your mind. Your intuition will never be you being in your logical mind and thinking of it and analyzing certain things. Again, it may not make complete sense as it pops up, like, why did my Aunt Nancy just pop in my head? Then later on, you get a phone call from her, or you find out that something's going on with her. She just, went to the doctor and found out something was going on. But there's a reason why she's popping up in your head. So it won't be a logical explanation, not because you saw someone that looked like her or because you just, talk to her daughter, that's why she's popping up your head. It'll be for no reason. So it's like this thought that pops up in your head out of nowhere. Something that you can do is to get in better touch with it is quiet your mind. So you can do that through meditation, which I completely recommend. That's life-changing. But also, if you're not into meditation or don't feel drawn to it, doing something that clears your mind. So whether that's gardening, whether that's taking a walk with your dog or running outside, or organizing your house, whatever clears your mind, whatever you like to do, it will help you get better in touch with your intuition as well. So again, it's not anything logically based as far as intuition. It'll be things that pop up in your head out of nowhere. Another way for you to be better in touch with it is start listening to it. So when you get that feeling, that sense of like, I don't think I'm going to go out. I don't know why, but I'm not going to, go to that party tonight, or I'm not going to go there. I just have this feeling I need to hang back. The more you listen to it, the stronger it becomes here. And also something you can do is pay attention to your energy around certain people. So your energy will shift and will change. And this is also part of your intuition is stirring around certain people. Like your energy might shift. You might feel a little weird or off and you're not quite sure why or how. Listen to that, listen to it and allow it to guide you, because those feelings are part of your intuition and they're trying to tell you something here. So listen to it, clear your mind, pay attention to your energy around it. Also be aware of the difference between fear and intuition. So fear is loud in your face. This is something that you're thinking about all day, that you're analyzing or picking apart, and your intuition's always going to come in without any emotion or any fear. There's not a good emotion attached to it or a bad emotion attached to it here. And I can give you examples. So in my intuition and guidance system may be different than yours on how I receive it. But recently, right when COVID was starting, I was meditating and I saw my son in the hospital, and it wasn't a bad image or good imaging. There was no emotions connected to that when I saw this image, believe it or not. And then it was afterwards that I started getting my fear involved in it. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this connected to COVID? Are they trying to say that my son, this is a son that I worry about? And there are emotions to it. And I'm like, why was I so calm when I saw that image? But I kept thinking, because my son has asthma and this would be my child who I would worry about connected to COVID-19. So I had the fear get involved. That was loud in my face saying, oh my gosh, it could be COVID, or oh my gosh, we need to protect him. He's going to get sick. And then there's my intuition was just flat out telling me like, this is going to happen. It's okay. There wasn't a bad or negative feeling attached to it. And then he ended up going into the hospital the week later, but for allergy reasons, because he had a flare up. He had an allergic reaction to something. So it wasn't connected to COVID, but here he was, the same image that I saw him in this hospital room. And your intuition isn't going to be something bad or negative, but it's just going to be the way that it is, and that's the way it's presented. You're not always going to get images or something as clear as maybe I had received in that moment. But pay attention to it. You get that feeling, oh, maybe I shouldn't go to this family gathering for whatever reason. And sometimes you can have fear attached to it, thinking, oh, if I go, maybe there's someone with COVID. What if I get my parents involved? Or what if I get my parents sick, or whatever it may be? So there's your fear coming in, right? That's fear talking to you loud and clear. And fear is always going to be loud and in your face. And then your intuition, you can tell the difference by it's going to come in subtly. And there'll be kind of like this knowing or this feeling of, just don't think I should go. That's how you will know and tell the difference. Intuition, that subtleness that comes and kind of flows through you and goes, not something that stays with you all day long that you're analyzing and you're thinking about all day long. So that'll be the difference. It'll just kind of come in and leave. Pay attention to it. That's how it gets louder. That's how we can kind of get into the flow of things when we're paying attention to this little thought that pops up in our head, or this little feeling, or how our energy moves around certain people or around certain decisions that we have to make. So again, intuition, very subtle, fear, very loud. Knowing the difference is really important on this journey to opening up your guidance system a little more and being more in tune and flow with your intuition. So if you have any questions about intuition or the difference between fear and intuition or how to improve it, please feel free to reach out or put in the comments below. But it can be something so beautiful that can help you in every aspect of your life, in your relationships, in your business, in just your daily decisions that you make. It could be the smallest thing. So it can be helpful in every way. And I believe that we all have the ability to be in tune with our own intuition. So thanks, guys.